Apologize for that transmission issue that we had there. It's more than a glitch, but the technical problem we have resolved, and we're happy now that we are back. Honestly, I apologize. We've had loads of queries and inquiries on Twitter and Facebook asking what has happened. Is it that someone doesn't want us to have this conversation? The issue of the Chibok girls is not one that anybody can restrain channels from discussing. So those of you who are watching, nobody has stopped us. It's just a case of technical issue. Now we've resolved it and we're back on air. I still have with me the DG of National Orientation Agency, who is also being asked to take care of the National Information Crisis Management Center. So with me, Mr. Michael Mary, still here, and also Gusau, who's Special Advisor on Communication to the Governor of Borno State. Now, what we were talking about is the status of the search for the girls. Where are we now? We need to summarize it very quickly because of time that's been lost.
Thank you, Kaudi. Well, at least it's now public knowledge that some experts have arrived from the UK, and a lot more. We're expecting those from the US to join in. But what I can confidently say and comfortably say is that the Nigerian armed forces and security agencies out there on the field, our main Nigerians on the field out there, are closing in on all fronts. And lots of, advancements and advances have been made, and much of which is revealing, and information on the ground is being analyzed. And in the next couple of days, whatever is the outcome, we'll let you know. But like I also said earlier, because of the seriousness and sensitive nature of that the government is, focusing on this issue, he has directed that the service chiefs and all other, high-ranking officers should mobilize to site as well to join the forces on the ground, the troops on the ground. And they have commenced that action. They have been there, and I am sure the results will be fast in coming.
How much support has been sent from the UK? Because some of us watched the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, David Cameron, during the course of the week, Prime Minister's Questions Time, saying that they've deployed troops and they're giving all the support possible. Same thing from America. What number of people are we looking at? What number of them are going to be working on intelligence?
Well, the experts from the UK have landed. You saw them on TV yesterday. They are largely to assist on intelligence. I'm not sure any troop will be deployed to the front in Borno. Same with the United States. And don't forget that our military cooperation with the United States has always been there in Azare. They are training and helping with security and intelligence and so forth and so on. So it's a matter of mobilizing and harmonizing whatever experience they have on the ground and the expert technology and equipment they may have that will assist the local operations.
Okay, now with regards to Borno State, it's right in your domain. What is it that the governor is planning to do to ensure that this is brought to an end and the girls are brought back? What's his role? What's his thought? How is it liaising with the federal government and the international community that's sending help?
Yeah. First of all, whatever pressures that the president of the country and indeed the federal government, might be having regarding this issue is nothing compared to that, on the governor of Borno State, because these students, they are daughters of Borno. The families are there. There is a lot of psychological pressure in addition to governance. There is very serious community involvement. The governor has inspired virtually every citizen of Borno State to get, involved in this. The youth volunteers are there, the traditional rulers are all there, and so much is being done in terms of information gathering. And as soon as information is derived, it is usually passed across, to the security agencies. And like I said earlier, the Borno State government has always provided very, very exceptional support, for the military. The state governor, if you might recall, a day after that incident, the governor announced 50 million naira reward, for any information that would lead to the discovery of where these girls are. That is still on the table, and the governor is very much committed to search and rescue effort, and whatever support that the security agencies require from the Borno State Government, we will provide it to them at the shortest request.
Okay. Now, when you hear that troops are deployed, battalion and soldiers and this and that, you hear it.
Yeah.
But in terms of the reality of the situation, you are based in Borno State, you are in Maiduguri, you do go to Chibok to liaise with the families and all that. Have you seen any movement of troops that has become reassuring?
Well, like you said, the governor of Borno was in Chibok. His wife was in Chibok. We are still looking forward to federal government delegation in Chibok. We are yet to see any, and I hope we will have one. But you see, this issue of military deployment, it's a military operation. It's not something that as an advisor to the governor that I must have knowledge of. For operational reasons, the military, might choose to deploy, their troops at, maybe even odd times, because there are periods where troops are deployed sometimes at night. It might be for operational reasons, and even if I know, certain aspect of that deployment, it might not be very correct, for me to say it, in the public, because these are security issues. Because the most important thing is that the state and the federal government must continue to cooperate in order to ensure the safe return of these girls. We don't want to do anything that would jeopardize or compromise the safety of these girls.
Okay. Finally, Michael Mary.
Yeah, federal government presence is exemplified by the visit which I just mentioned, in addition to the troops that are on the ground and other attempts. You see, like he said, this is not an attack operation, it's a rescue operation, and the essence is to make sure that we get the citizens back alive. If it were attack, it would be a different ball game. It would go in and be done with. Don't forget, this is an unknown. Nobody knows the location of these people, so effort is concentrated on closing in on the fourth, that is the Sambisa forest and areas around it, so that the girls could be rescued. And it takes, like he said, a lot of intelligence, elements to drive the operations in that area. But we should, at least, I have seen and heard lots of rumors going around that are not correct. Nigerians should be wary of such rumors in the papers, because even amongst ourselves we act so much on rumors. And even recently, Amnesty International came with something that troops heard or knew, had knowledge of all of these, and they didn't act. I believe that they acted on impulse by that pronouncement, and the armed forces is responsible enough to know that we want to get this thing done with once and for all.
Okay, well, we'll have to wrap up now, but I can't do that without taking some of the questions being asked here. Someone here says, is it true that the principal and local government chairman are missing?
No, it's not.
It's not true. So that's not true. So those who are carrying the rumors, they've got to stop it. Then there is a question here. Why has the principal of the Chibok Girls Secondary School not communicated to Nigerians on this situation? Is she talking? Is she not talking? Is she supposed to talk or not?
It's even wrong for the principal to come out and talk. On this instance, she is staff of the Borno State Government. She's an official. That's why we are here. The Commissioner for Education, he heads the Ministry of Education, where the principal works. The commissioner has spoken. The governor is in charge of the state. I speak for the governor. The governor has spoken. I'm here speaking. Just like my elder brother here is speaking on behalf of the federal government. So the principal is not required to say anything, actually.
So, well, on that note, we'll have to wrap it up. You wanted to say one final thing?
But if the principal has anything to add that is of public interest, that can assist intelligence, I think she should.
She's doing that. She's doing the principal, the first lady, in my opinion, wrongly, I must insist, invited the principal. The principal said so much, and the security should be expected. The security
I
must have.
don't, I don't really think that was wrong.
Must have
She
briefed,
wanted
the principal.
an interaction with members of the community who ordinarily reside in that place. She didn't invite them as an official of government. She had an interaction, and I think anybody who has any useful information could well be invited to be part of a discussion that could help.
He has established now that the principal has spoken. She was there with the first lady. She must have.
No, because you said wrongly invited.
Well, I
nothing stops continuing discussion.
I still believe
there are new things.
The reason why it is wrong is because there is an existing committee set up by the president.
Then it was not set up. It was not inaugurated. It was not in place. Then it was not, and nothing stops the first ladies from interacting amongst themselves. It's not the first time that they have discussed issues.
Anyway, I believe the first lady probably
created synergy.
I believe the first lady must have done it out of concern, out of her desperate desire to have these girls, freed. But let's forget about whether it was right or wrong, so that we don't continue to argue over this. But Mr. Kennedy, I want to make a call, particularly for those handling the information unit of the president, from the Minister of Information, the Special Advisor on Media, the Senior Special Assistants, that they should do, and including him, they should do so much in enhancing, cooperation between the Borno State, Borno State government and the federal government, not to be seen as a sort of confrontation.
Okay, thank you very much on that note. We want to say thank you very much, Mike Omeri, who is definitely in charge of the crisis management, crisis information management as the DG, and also DG of National Orientation Agency. Thank you very much, Mike Omeri, and thanks to Gusau, Special Advisor on Communication to the Governor of Borno State.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Sunrise is not going away. We'll take a short break.